talking to?
That way.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. When you get to that pink tape, turn around, okay? Okay. Okay, come. Nice. You got it. Nice and tall. Almost there. You got it. You got it. Alright, give us a big thumbs up. Woo!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my music channel. I am Todd the Mod. I'm back. I've been gone for a couple weeks. You probably can see why. I had surgery. It's called ACDF surgery for my neck for C5 through C7 because I have severe spinal stenosis. The video I showed here before this video, before I started talking, is me in physical therapy. I had a breakthrough. Okay, also some pictures of me before surgery and after. So I'm going to give you a brief recap. For those of you who don't know, I had a stroke on February 18th, 2024, last year, almost a year, and been learning how to walk, learning somewhat how to talk again. Some of my vocabulary was affected. My brain, my memory was affected. My left side was affected, basically. So I've been seeing a lot of. I've been going to physical therapy a lot. Aquatic therapy, land therapy, making really good progress. Have really good therapists. I don't think they watch my channel, but if they are, Jen and Ricky, thank you so much. But it was discovered. Out of all the MRIs I've had and X-rays and stuff, that I have severe spinal stenosis in my my neck, and I have a stenosis in my middle back, but it's not as severe; it's moderate. After injections and stuff that weren't working, they decided, let's go ahead and do surgery. So I had my surgery on February 3rd, and the video I just showed you was from physical therapy on February 10th, 1 week from my surgery. My surgery went very, very well. It was a mess. The doctor said it was a complete mess in there. So the way they do it is they go in through the front of your neck, either the left or the right side. Doctor's choice. And then they move everything kind of to the side, and they go back there and they dig out all the bone or whatever you call it that's really messed up. It was basically compressing my nerve. So they get rid of that, put in spacers, some donor bone, plates and screws, voila. Many weeks to heal this, so I have to wear this lovely thing probably for another, well, they say anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, so we'll see. Anyway, surgery went well. Spent 4 days in the hospital and got released, and then had physical therapy on February 10th, and that video was a major breakthrough because it was the first time I got to walk unassisted, without a walker, without someone holding on to me with a gait belt or whatever. I walked 82 feet. I had someone there to spot me in case I did fall, but I walked 82 feet before my leg started to get too tired to walk. Major breakthrough. And I think the surgery did definitely help with it. Of course, my therapist teach me how to walk again had a major impact on that as well. But the stenosis might have been the other part of why I haven't been able to walk very well or at all. So I did it. I walked 82 feet without assistance. It's the first time I got to walk in almost a year. So, I mean, I've been in a wheelchair and lately a four-wheeled walker, but I'm still in a wheelchair right now. But as you can maybe see, I don't know. But yeah, I'm kind of walking a little bit more now here and there, and I still tire out pretty easy, so we're working on stamina. But I wanted to share that video with you. That yeah, surgery went well. I think it helped, and my stroke recovery is ongoing, but it's getting closer. So Yeah, pretty happy. My voice might give out. My voice is still not recovered yet from this. I can now eat solid food, which is good, but I have to take small bites because I still have a little problem swallowing. But my voice still isn't quite there, as you may have noticed. So I'm going to try to get through this video as quickly as I can before my voice decides you're done. What I'm going to do this week, too, is a vinyl tag. It's the difficult vinyl tag. Brian from the Embryonic Robot channel started this, and I think he started this quite a few weeks ago. I'm just kind of catching up. I don't do a lot of vinyl tags, and I probably should do more. But this one I thought, difficult vinyl tag. I mentioned Brian's channel quite often. I watch his channel almost religiously, and really enjoy his content. So I'm going to do Brian's difficult vinyl tag. And Brian, this was difficult. And there's some stuff here I had to replace because I'm like, I don't have any of that. So let's get in. Let's just dive right into it before my pain pills kick in. I'm on a lot of pain meds right now. I'm on oxycodone and a muscle relaxer, so it makes me really, loopy. And but it does take away the pain because when it wears off, it's like I feel it. It's like, anyway. All right. Enough of my problems. First question is show a lawn. Remember those lawn CDs when they first came out? That came in a lawn box. Remember those? I wish I still had. I had one for Toad the Wet Sprocket's Fear album, and I wish I saved it for a long time, and I don't know whatever happened to it. I might have lost it in a move. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those anymore, so I'm just going to show you a box set. All right. And that box set is The Jam. It's Direction, Reaction, and Creation. This is like everything they've pretty much ever done. It's a 5-disc set. And what's cool about it, you open it up here. I have one for the Style Council too, because I'm a huge fan of Paul Weller's second group. But I'm just going to show you the Jam for right now. Jam came with a cool booklet. I have read it years ago. I haven't read it lately. So, but it's got like a Jam diary of like all their songs. Yeah, it just tells the history of the Jam. It's really cool. It's got some really cool memorabilia in here. Tells you about the CDs. Has their tour dates on here as well, which is kind of cool. Never got to see the Jam live in concert, but yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. And it comes with a really cool CD sets here. So the pictures are different. I mean, Rickenbackers are my favorite guitar. Kind of tell there. I don't know. But yeah, so it has the name of the songs, that kind of stuff. The CD itself, it's just different colors. This one's white. And yeah, pretty cool. See, different ones. This is set number 4, CD number 2. They're all different. I'm not going to sit here and go through every one, but really cool box set. So I don't have a long box anymore, so I'll just show you a CD box set. Number 2, show a Flexi disc. Remember those things are like really wobbly, and sometimes like, you would get like a promo from an album or something like that and have like a little Flexi disc. Careful what I say there. This one I got. I used to have a lot of these, but I got rid of them because I wasn't really into the group or something. But anyway, this came from the reissue of a Trash Can Sinatra's album called A Happy Pocket. This was their third album that never got released in the United States. And they reissued it on vinyl. And with that, you had the option of getting a flexi disc. So it has a single called Foolin', which is actually a really good song. And it's on a flexi disc. So I put it in a little thing so I wouldn't get it all scratched up. I played it once, and I transferred it onto my computer so I wouldn't have to keep playing this because I think they do wear out after a while. So, yeah, there's a flexi disc. Trash Can Sinatra's Foolin'. Number 3, show a record with timestamp in front of it. So some records had like, I think there were promo records or something that had like a little sticker on the front of it, and it had like the names of the track, the time, I think the songwriter too or whatever. I think I used to have one back in the day, and I might still have one in my collection. I just didn't have the chance to go through it. So I'm just going to show you a promotional record because I don't really have one, I don't think. This is a promotional record of Da Do 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 Da Da Da. Promotional copy, not for sale, although I paid $3 for it. And it's the same song on both sides. And it's actually, little trivia here, it's a short version, edited version of Da Do 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 Da 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 Da. So have you ever heard that song? It has that long outro where there's kind of vamping on that riff. It fades out way before that. So there you go. Edited version, promo copy of The Police, do da da da. All right. Number 4, show a live CD or LP where you were in the audience. I have one. I've shown it before. I'm going to show it again. Depeche Mode's 101 live album recorded at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. I was there. Somewhere in the crowd, you hear him screaming, "That's me screaming." Wonderful concert. If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. It was a group called The Wire that started off the show. Then Thomas Dolby came out, and then OMD, which was actually who I was there to see. It was OMD. I mean, I love Depeche Mode. Don't get me wrong, but I wanted to see OMD, and they were wonderful. And then of course Depeche Mode, which I love Depeche Mode as well, and great live album. I remember a little tidbit from that show. People were, throwing beach balls all around, all around the Pasadena Stadium, Rose Bowl. And security guards were taking them away. I remember that. And then I remember between the OMD and Depeche Mode, it was a major food fight. So people were throwing apples and food all over the place because they were getting pissed off that the security guards were taking away the beach balls. So, yeah, pretty funny. Anyway, number 5, show a record not in Discogs or one you added. Okay, well, I actually have one. This one is one of my best friends who now lives in England, put out a record under a group called New Industry. This is a song called Technata in D minor, and it has the original version, the club mix, and the dance mix, and also has a song called Say You'll Be Mine, which is actually a really good song that he wrote. And he even autographed it for me. Look at this. Todd, haha, I win. What that means is we used to, we record music together. We have for years. And we always talked about who's going to release a record on vinyl first. And he won. And to this day, he still beat me because I released stuff on CDs and cassettes, but never on vinyl. So, and I think back then, this came out in 1992. And I think back then, and Jeff, drop me a comment if I'm wrong, but yeah, back then I think pressing stuff on vinyl wasn't that expensive, maybe as it would be today. Probably because in '92 vinyl started taking a turn for the worse. It started, that was basically in the early '90s. Vinyl started declining. CDs were becoming more popular, more accessible, more affordable, and vinyl was kind of starting to take its way out. But yeah, I still have my copy, Jeff. Here's to all the late nights talking about making records. Thanks for all the support. You're welcome, Jeff. I still have my copy, and it's still in great condition, too. So, pull it out. Just on black vinyl. So, there you go. Great stuff. So, yeah, that's not in Discogs. I guess I should probably do Jeff a little justice and enter it in Discogs for them, but, he could do it himself. All right. Number 6, show a single in 2 different formats. I'm going to kind of cheat on this. Okay, so it's not really cheating because it's kind of the same version, but here's my cassette single. Remember these cassette singles? Of Anything Box, Living in Oblivion. This has the original mix and the pop radio mix. The pop radio mix is what was played on the radio back when this first came out in 89, I believe it was. Yeah, 89. That's the one that all the top 40 stations were playing. The one on the album is the original mix. Really, it's a dance mix. I love the pop mix of this song better than the actual dance mix. But here is my 12-inch of that same single. The reason why it's cheating a little bit is because it has other remixes of Living in Oblivion on it. Okay, so it's not quite exactly like the cassette single of Living in Oblivion, although it has that mix, pop radio mix on here, but it has also other remixes on it. So I'm kind of cheating on that, but oh well. Okay. I really don't have a single in both formats. I looked, I'm like, oh wow. I either have it on CD or vinyl or 45, and that's it. So, or on rare, I think I have like 4 cassette singles still in my collection. So anyway. All right. Number 7, show all singles released from an album. Oh, that's easy. Let's go to Toad the Wet Sprocket since it's one of my favorite all-time groups. This is their 3rd album, Fear. Have this on vinyl too, except I didn't want to pull it out. So here's the actual CD of Fear. Here's all the singles. Is It For Me, which was the first single off of that album, which did not do anything. Because think about it, All I Want became a huge hit for them off that album, but that was like 8 months later. They released actually a couple singles before that, but they didn't do anything. But Is It For Me? This is a promotional copy. It's one song on it, and that's it. Hold Her Down, which was another single off of Fear. And then we have, of course, All I Want, which was the huge hit off that album. This is the actual radio mix of it, because the radio mix and the album version are two different mixes, actually. And then we have another hit off that album called Walk on the Ocean. Again, they remixed this one, and so it doesn't just end, it actually repeats the chorus and fades out. Has some really cool B-sides on this as well. I'm going to share this too. It wasn't really a single. This was released as part of the Fear. Remember we were talking about the first question, the long box. This was actually a thing that was released with it. It's called Toad the Wet Sprocket 5 Live. It has 5 live tracks off the album. I actually rebought Fear just to get this. All right. Cool little tidbit there. I thought I'd throw that in there. So there's the singles off of the Fear album. All right. Number 8. Show an album bundled with the CD. I don't have any of those. I suck. This was a difficult final tag. Thank you, Brian, for challenging us. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of cheat. I'm going to show an album that actually had a 45 released with it. So since I'm on a jam kick, here's my reissue of Snap, the Jam. Still have my original copy. This is the reissue I picked up last year. It came with I should not be doing that. I should not be turning that way. It came with a cool little EP, a live EP with it. It has 4 songs. Move On Up, Get Yourself Together, The Great Depression, and But I'm Different Now. Yeah, pretty cool. Just on black vinyl. So there you go. I'm going to do that because I can't be turning like I just did. That was a no-no. All right. Number 9. Show a box set in 2 different formats. I'm going to do that. Again, this is cheating just a little bit. Just a little bit. But let's go to Message in a Box, the complete recordings of The Police. This is a 4 CD set. And it has every single studio album they ever did. All 5 of them. So it has Atlantis D'Amore. It has Regatta de Blanc. It has Zenyatta Mandata. It has Ghost in the Machine. And, of course, Synchronicity. Comes with a really cool booklet. It's an awesome little box that I got. My cat loved it, too. But it has other stuff, too. It has some B-sides. It has live recordings. So it's more than just their 5 albums. And, of course, it has, when they got back together to re-record their songs, it was supposed to be a full studio recording. Ended up being a greatest hits album because Stewart, I think, broke his shoulder or something with his shoulder, dislocated his shoulder when he was playing polo. So they ended up doing Don't Stand So Close to Me 86. And then it was a greatest hits album because they couldn't record anymore because of his shoulder. And that's on here too. All right. Don't turn, Todd. The box set, kind of the same concept, has all 5 of their albums. Here it is. Oh, it's just heavy to lift. Sorry. Hit the mic there. This is their box set. Has all 5 albums. Atlantis D'Amore, Regatta de Blanc, Zenyatta Mandata, Ghost in the Machine, and Synchronicity. But it also has a thing called Flexible Strategies, which is B-sides. So kind of the same concept. So there. I'm showing you a box set in 2 different formats. Kind of cheating again, but that's okay. Forgive me, Brian. All right, let me put this over here where it belongs. There we go. Okay. Next question, actually the last question, is show a song that show a song that mentions your name. I don't know any songs that mention the word Todd in them. Why? Because Todd is such a boring name. It's 1 syllable. Todd. Todd. The only thing that rhymes with Todd is odd. I don't know. Anyway, Mod. Todd the Mod. There we go. Anyway, how about a producer named Todd? Let's do that. You know who I'm talking about. Todd Rundgren. Hello, It's Me, which is a huge hit for him back in 1972. But not only was he a gifted songwriter and guitar player, he was, I think, a better producer. And he produced one of my favorite records from this band. He produced XTC's Skylarking. This is my reissue copy. I have an original copy of this. There is a difference. Okay. They actually released, so before I get into Todd Rundgren producing this, XTC, when they did Skylarking, released it without the song Dear God. And I have actually a copy of that. Because I remember I bought it when it first came out. Loved the song Earn Enough for Us. That's the first song I heard off this album. Great song. But they released a single called Grass. And on the B side of Grass was a song called Dear God. And a lot of U.S. college radio stations kind of flipped it over and started playing Dear God. And people went crazy over the song. They either hated the song because of its lyrical content, or you just love the song because you could relate to it. Either way, it's a beautiful song. It really is. Chord structure, melody-wise, it's a great song. It became a hit. Virgin Records had to go and re-release it with this song on there because it started becoming a hit. Like, wait a minute, we just took off the song that's going to be one of their hits on here. So Dear God is actually on this version of it. Anyway, back to Todd Rundgren. He produced this album. He made it such a wonderful album. At this point in XTC's career, this is about 86. They had two prior albums. The last two prior albums they did, Big Express and Mummer. Is it Mummer or Murmur? I forgot. Didn't do so well. They stopped touring after English Settlement. They weren't promoting their albums by playing live. And although a Big Express and Mummer have some really good songs off it, they weren't great albums, but from XTC. And the record label was like, you need to get an American producer to produce your next record or you're off the label. And so they sent Andy Partridge a list of American producers, and he's like, I don't know any of these people. Todd Rundgren, I know him. I own a couple of his records. They went with him. Andy Partridge and Todd Rundgren butted heads throughout this whole process of making this record. If you've never seen the XTC documentary called This Is Pop, I think you can find it somewhere on YouTube, actually. It was on Showtime when it first came out. Wonderful documentary. And it explains a lot about this album and how they butted heads. But in the end, Todd Rundgren produced a wonderful, wonderful record. This, from start to finish, is an amazing XTC record. And, from that, they gained more popularity in the U.S. And then they went out to do Oranges and Lemons, which is a great album, Non Such, which is a great album. So they went basically on a climb from that point. And, wonderful record. Beautiful record. Anyway, there's my difficult vinyl tag. Do you have any of these albums? Did you do a difficult vinyl tag? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to watch them. Brian, thank you very much for putting out this difficult vinyl tag. It was fun and challenging, so it was cool. Let me know your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get my channel built up a little bit more so I can become even more part of the vinyl community. I'm not doing it for monetary reasons. I'm not doing it for popularity. I just want to be more part of the vinyl community because this is a lot of fun. And I get to ramble on and nobody talks back to me, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, thank you so much again for watching. Be good to each other. Have a great week. I may do another video to catch up on, but I keep saying that and then I never do it. So cross our fingers. All right. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon.